Everybody ignore the DM.
That's what we do. Ooh. 1 second.
Hello.
We are not getting any audio from you guys. 1 second. Thank you, Teal Wall, for pointing that out.
I'm gonna have to do all that.
There we go. There we go. We've got audio now.
Hello, everybody, and thankfully I didn't say anything too important. We are back on track, and welcome to Legion. We're very, very happy of us to be able to go and be here with you. We're glad that you've taken a moment to go and sit with us today. We are doing an audition for one of our followers. Everyone say hi to Harleigh. Hi, Harleigh.
Hello.
Hey.
Harleigh is playing a bard character for us, and she's going to be able to go and give us a little bit of detail in that. But for the moment, as you can see, one of our beloved adventurers, Maha, is not present. They are actually doing some professional things, and they're not going to be able to be here for today. But they will be back as they're going to get settled in and they're going to get everything back on track. So, with that being said, we would like to go and welcome you. And I don't have a script in front of me, but I do remember most of the things that we want to go and talk about. I thought I don't know where I put it. I literally just misplaced it. But anyways, who? My audio or M's audio? Whose audio?
My audio. My audio seems to be picking up. I don't know why, because it is showing on. Oh, I'm picking up in 2 different audio forms. Why do you do this?
Allow us a moment, everyone, as we get our bearings and
To
Yes.
make you frustrated. That's why.
Yes.
That's not a very good
can
reason.
Twitch can feel you getting complacent, and we don't like that.
We can't have that.
You can't have that.
So good.
No happiness.
USB condenser mic. Oh, it might be because of this. Okay. Hopefully this fixes it. Maybe. Maybe. Try talking, friend.
More. I am speaking. I am saying.
Are we good?
No change.
No change.
No change.
I have legit no idea what's going on with this bad boy.
I've completely lost all audio from.
I cannot hear Emily at all now.
Did you hear that?
Well, shit.
Okay, how is this? Is this better?
It's usually me that has the issues with the audio.
I know. What is going on?
Shall we? Do we escape and come back in? I don't.
Yes. Oh, it sounds better. It sounds better.
Yeah, Em and I share the same microphone,
The
so
hell?
if she sounds bad,
You know
I
what?
sound bad.
Sure.
I legitimately did nothing.
Lost you. Say again?
I
No, speak.
legitimately did nothing.
Say again?
I did nothing.
Nothing.
It's like
You gotta raise the volume
every
a little bit.
other half sentence.
Raise the volume so I can hear you.
Okay, how is this?
There you go. Yay!
Okay. I have no idea
So,
what's going
Other than
on.
raising the volume, she literally did nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, also,
No.
we do want to go and say thank you for giving some ideas to us. We had put in a little survey for you guys to go and let us know how we could go and improve the channel. And one of the bigger concerns was get the DM a new mic. Well, guess what, you fuckers? Daddy's got a new mic, and I hope that it sounds just as lovely as I think that it does. And but yes, thank you for oh, and Table, thank you for your subscription. We appreciate it. We wanted to go and also gonna let you guys know that it's a busy month for all of us. During the last week of April, I will be away. I will be in Florida visiting my mom. She's coming over to come live in the States, so that little period from the 21st, I believe, to the 30th, I will not be around. But we will still have content. There'll still be, people out there doing all the cool stuff that they go and they do. So please feel free to go and swing by and say hi. And
Oh, yes.
also, just wanted to go and give a shout out to everyone in the Discord. We do have, as a word to everyone, we do want to go and say thank you to everyone that has shown interest. Thank you to everyone that's joined. Thank you to everyone that's been there. We appreciate your fact that you have taken the time to read the rules, to be kind to each other, to be generous to each other. We are a place that we are open to all nationalities, races, gender identities, all that good stuff. And we want you to be able to feel safe with us. We want you to be able to go and feel that you can be open, and we want you to be able to feel that you can go and speak. And then it's super duper important to all of us personally. So it's one of those things that we just want to say thanks, and the fact that we were able to get this mic with money that we've been making from this, which is wild. Never thought that that would be a thing that we could actually pull out. And hey, check it out. So there's that. Also, just as a heads up, this is a little bit off track of the main storyline because we're trying to go and keep things, a little bit centered until we're able to get Maha back. But I promise it gets fun. So,
Before we start, we do have a couple of announcements. One,
oh please,
we have a Patreon subscriber. We want to shout out, thank you so much, Grimwall, for supporting us. And
thank you, Grin.
we appreciate you so much. And we are in a little bit of personal information. I know Daniel said that he's moving, or not, I'm sorry, that he's going away on a trip.
Moving.
Francisco and I are moving. So our content has been put on hold for a while. I will still continue to push out stuff, and we have been talking about bringing something wicked to the forefront. So
Hi.
yes, Daniel, why don't you actually tell them about that?
So, we have finally gotten an actual idea of our first episode of Something Wicked This Way Comes, and it's going to be based on the lesser known female serial killers of the world. Everybody likes to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff like that, but there's so many lovely ladies out there that have hurt so many people that I want to share with you. So that's going to be where we're going to be stabilizing out, and we're pushing it forward now because of the fact that we have people that got real life stuff going on. So it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be pretty legit. So we're gonna go and give that a try and go in. And like I said, Something Wicked is about the terrible things, the terrible people, the terrible events, the creepy things, the unknown things, the mysterious things. Why the cat longingly stares in Melanie's eyes as it sits on her lap like that. But I love the fact that your cat is so obsessed with you. I absolutely adore that. Like, I'm not even kidding, because Miss Peaches will never jump on me, but she will beside me like a faithful sentry, just stare, just lovingly, just. But that cat is just like, Mama, love me. Mama, love me.
Cat will not leave me alone.
Oh,
That's the exact sentiment behind it too. Mom, love me. Pay
Love
attention to
me.
me.
I need love. But as someone who is also like that, I understand that. So if you guys would like to go and show Daniel love in the Discord and stuff like that, feel free. I am in constant need of reassurance and love and all these things. Tell me that I've done good. But anyways, that's my part. But yes, Something Wicked This Way Comes is actually moving along, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're still looking for people to interview. We're still looking for people that want to go and sit down and talk to us. And we would also like to go and make sure that we have proper information. So it's difficult to kind of cut through all the fat that's out there. So, but we're getting there, and it's we want it to be as factual as humanly possible, without clickbaiting and giving you a whole bunch of nonsense that you could find anyplace else. And with that, is there anything else that you would like to say?
That is it.
So with that, everyone, I would like to welcome you to Legion and a little bit of what's been happening these past few games. The crew finally making it to Helena after their escape from Windsor Castle, the terrorist attack that took place there, killing Drissala's wife, Drissala joining their group after they banished the Mother Margaret, and saving Aristotle, Lord Windsor's son. They decided to move forward. And now Danny is low, so you might want to pick up my battery. So, with that, we have the crew making their way. They meet some strange merchants as they go and they get their way past. We have a little bit of memory lane as we find out what's going on with Maha and the memory that was given Talani the reason why she joined this little group, and her patron, Umbra, this delightful little person who's just been popping up and, being present in all ways and things. But as they made their way to Helena, they were able to get in touch with a known criminal element, a gentleman by the name of Voam, Voam the Third, to be exact, and his little dog Mint. They were able to gather some information stating that a finger assassin was in Helena, and that there was a sound board, or more or less a open connection for the numbers here. As they began to gather information and go over to the Dragon's Last Breath, a tavern that they were heading to, they were attacked by the creature known as Number 8. Number 8, giving them a run for their money, brought them to the point of having to run for their lives, giving them a hell of a fight and claiming the lives of quite a few guards and citizens. And at that moment, as they were escaping, they bumped into a gentleman. Beautiful glittering armor, big old smile, by the name of Fernway, saying, "You are correct, my majesty, but not an assassin, a bodyguard." With that, we are going to move away from that just a little bit. And that, as it's taking place, a few days have passed. The crew has gotten their way to the Dragon's Last Breath, and they are now gathering their thoughts, trying to find themselves in the strangeness that they're being afflicted with. Little Bee, our little halfling bard, would you like to go and tell everyone how you look?
Hey, hi, hello there. My name's Lil B. My hair, as you can see, is bright orange. I got big hazel eyes that I bat to get my way. And I had a reason to go adventuring, but I just can't seem to remember why. I had an accident that plumb knocked my gourd off my shoulder.
So, Little B, as an entertainer and as someone who knows the term "I sing for my supper," you've been traveling a little bit. You've made your way over to Helena. Your pockets feeling a little empty. You were able to get your way over to the Dragon's Last Breath. You've heard about everything that's been happening. The events that occurred in Helena nothing but a few days ago. And you know that everyone's been very quiet. There's been a very big influx of refugees coming in from tons of different places. You see that the halfway house that you're in, there are whole families right now, from all different races and creeds and creature alike. Things have been odd. But not as odd as the bedfellows that you're beginning to make here in the halfway house. All in white dresses, strange masks covering their faces, and the smell of rosemary, chrysanthemum, and rose petal. They're very cheery. They're very nice, but they're also very odd. They call themselves the Migonettes. They're led by a gentleman that you've seen only from behind. He's very tall, very thin and slender, dressed all in white. But his voice is very powerful. You seem to hear it wherever you go when he's around. But the Migonettes are actually staying here at the time being. There's not too many of them. Just a group of about 6 or 7. But when you wake up after a long evening, you wake up to the smell of eggs. You wake up to the smell of toast. They made breakfast. What are you doing?
Well, it's very kind of these people to make me breakfast, so I guess I'll have to eat it.
Oh, hello. You see that they are very frail, very to themselves almost. We just wanted to reach out and we made breakfast for everyone here in the halfway home. Um, would you like to sit with us? Maybe eat something?
Well, sure, that sure is kind of you. You know, I always say a stranger's just a friend you haven't met yet.
A stranger's just a friend you haven't met yet. Are we friends?
Well, we sure are now if you're willing to give me some nice yums.
Oh. You see that they're all sitting down at once. They sit all together on one side of this very long table. And they're not eating. But you see that they're all sitting there. The food looks fresh. You see the families walking up to it. Can I have some of that? Please, please. Other people, do you mind if my child has some? Yes, of course. The god of chaos would be more than happy for you to eat. You see the mother grab a roll and just keep on walking. Be safe. And they're just kind of sitting there. Heads tilted to the side here and there. They don't talk much between themselves. There's
Well, it seems like a mighty shame that you don't seem to want to share the meal with us. Don't you sure you don't want to share?
Oh no, we all ate already. We wake up very early. And you see the mom.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just have some of this here food myself.
Please.
I'm not so sure about it.
You see that you see they are legit now. I believe it. Actually, you know what? Roll a insight check for me.
Insight?
Yeah.
20, right?
Yep. That's a D20.
12 plus insight.
Plus 3. You got a 15 on that. As odd as it sounds, even with her mask on, this plague doctor-like mask and its long beak out like that, she looks offended. Well, of course, but why would you doubt the food? And
Well,
you
you
see
see-
one of the other one leaned in real close to her ear. Oh. Right. You think we poisoned you? No. Not like no. How do I do this? And you see the other Meganet. Oh, okay. We promised that we did not poison you.
Well, okay, then that's good enough word for me. Wilbur just starts to dig in.
For what it is, these weirdos make delicious food. They really do. Like it's actually quite surprising how well made this is, and how fresh the ingredients are. But yeah, and you see that they just kind of look around, just kind of taking in the place. You see some of them crocheting. You see now some of them writing down little things here and there. Have you met Master Vandella?
No, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh boy.
It might be a good thing if you met him. We're looking for entertainment, and you could travel with us.
Well, I don't know about traveling with new people. I'm a little bit wary, you see, since my accident.
Accident? Are you hurt?
I don't really remember what happened, to be honest. I just kind of woke up on the side of the road one day. I'm
You
sure
see
I'm
that
fine, though.
She moves very fast in a way that concerns you for a second. And she has a little white pouch that she opens up with lightning speed. Gets it open onto the table, and you see that there's medical equipment. And I'm not talking about little gauze here and there. This woman is prepared. She looks like a battle medic. And she literally looks up at you. Oh, would you like to, please, I can check you.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm really fine just the way I am, you know?
Master Vandella has been blessed by the Black Tongue God, you know.
Well, that's just... That's just swell, but I really am fine.
Roll a deception check for me. Actually, no, roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion, okay.
He's not really lying.
Ooh,
What'd you get?
got 2. But plus the 10 is 12.
Wow.
Even then, even you see, as you say that, she shrinks away and. Right. Forgive me. I can be very forward. We won't bother you anymore. But
Well, there's no bother, Frank. You were just trying to help.
right. You see that she gathers her things just as quick. Ladies, you see them all stand. Come. We have to go out to the city. There's people that need help. And they walk out. You just see random people like walking up to the food. Is it poison? Can I eat that? You do
I
they
don't
spit
see
in
why
this?
not.
You see a little kid walk up to you. Kind of give you a look.
I give him food specifically off my plate. Here you go, friend.
You see that they said to
the
eat.
poison good.
You see a young elven woman, pretty in the face. You see that she walks up to it. Those are the creepiest things I have seen in years. And the fact that they're so nice makes it worse.
Well, oh, excuse me. Well, I've always find that you can't always judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the creepiest people can be the nicest.
I feel as if you were to open that book, it would just be creepier. And there would be scarier things in the inside of it. So I don't want to open the book. I'm okay. Do me a favor. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence, you say? Oh, not too bad. I got an 18 plus intelligence.
No, you're good. With that 18, you're solid.
Oh,
You see
okay.
as you're eating, you're just kind of there for a second, and you smell the rosebuds in the air. And when you turn, the maiden's not there. Just not there. We'll leave Little B to stew on that, as the rest of the crew, having made their way over to the Dragon's Last Breath, Maha, very much involved in what they're doing right now, tinkering away. Maha's gonna figure this out. Maha will do this. Maha knows. You see that Maha seems to be on point of discovery. Very focused. But Maha will fix. Maha will bring balance. You just see two kind of looking at all of you. A little frightening, isn't it? When it's really focused like that. Makes me feel like it's making a bomb.
Lonnie's gonna make sure that Maha doesn't forget to eat.
Aw, Maha.
You see that it as Maha's dead, they just nod. Thank you. Maha's very appreciative. We appreciate this.
Well, I know if they do
But-
make a bomb, I'll be very proud.
But they just nod, but they continue. You see Eric. Maybe we should give them a moment and talk.
Right, we were supposed to. What was their name again? We're supposed to talk to the owner.
I don't think we were given a name.
You weren't.
Ah, it was just the owner. Okay, yeah, just the
They
owner.
haven't been around, but when you go down, you might be able to see what's out and about. So what do you guys do? The day is yours.
I bet if we walked up and called him sexy, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
You hear a soft laugh in the inside of your ear. Oh. It was a very attractive walk, by the way.
He was.
Which is odd to say. I don't think I've. And you see that they just stop themselves. They just catch themselves right out. Nope. Some things we shouldn't share. Should just.
I think it'd be a
So-
good idea we set up I just want to check to make sure. I want to look out the window, make sure no one is like peeping up on us.
You see that Eric, to go and give you a little bit of restful eye. Eric has been at the windows like a lunatic.
Okay.
Rory, roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Perception.
Actually, a matter of fact, all you guys roll a perception check for me.
You
That would be a 12.
Okay.
Yeesh. That's an 11.
Yeah, we're doing great.
What you got, Lenny?
Getting this up right.
My D&D Beyond did something weird, so I'm refreshing.
D&D.
There we go. Have that. A 15.
Lenny, you notice as Sue's kind of there, his hands are real bad. He's quick though. If he ever sees anyone looking too long, he straightens himself out. But you notice that he's a little yellow in the face, a little pale underneath the eyes. Just looking out the window. We're good. I've been paying attention.
Can I grab Rory and like get her in the hallway or something away from
Sure.
Yeah,
out of his hearing?
Yeah.
Right.
Is number 2 okay?
Yeah. Well, he's weird. He's weird sometimes.
Is Ray being quiet about this at all? 'Cause, you know,
I mean, you're all weird. There's weird and there's weird. And
I look back at Eric.
I don't know what you're talking about. Archie over there is perfectly normal. Archie blinks one eye and then the other. Like,
I will give you that. Archie's the most normal of the lot.
That's actually pretty fair. That's
With Lonnie pointing this out, do we notice his hands shaking?
I'm
You can
a little
check.
worried about the addiction that he's no longer
Yeah,
imbibing in.
he
oh yeah.
gave
that-
me his poison, which was a huge first step. But my sister, like, she's detoxed many a times, so it's about to
Yeah.
get bad.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't go like her either.
He can ask
Oh,
for
I
it
hope-
back at any time, but he gave it to me. He had a reason.
Oh, I will tell you this. Don't take it personal. He's probably gonna get cranky.
Crankier than usual.
I was.
Well, yeah, fair.
He's already cranky.
He's gonna get like 10 times worse.
That's fine. I can handle cranky.
Eric, stop listening to
guys-
us.
You see his ears are turned around to school.
Hey,
You,
my intention was out of his hearing.
Oh no, yeah, no worries. It's who's walking into the room first, by the way?
Oh yeah. let
When
me
you go
look
back in.
that up.
Lonnie will let everyone go ahead of her.
Sure, I'll walk first.
Roy, roll a perception check for me real quick with
Ah,
disadvantage.
Knickerdoodles. Disadvantage? You got it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Sleight of... Wait, you said perception,
Perception.
not sleight of hand.
Perception?
That is a 16 or a... Come on. Oh, that was almost an 18. A 10.
Oof.
You come back in, you just see Eric sitting at the window. Just.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk in, though, you do notice he is zoned out. Just.
We know that he doesn't drink any alcohol at all. Does he drink milk?
Yeah.
Can
Not that you've ever seen him do it.
What have we seen him drinking before?
Water.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the barkeep and be like, is there anyone there?
Well, you would have to head down to the bar. You're still up in your room.
Oh,
Oh, you see, finally, he notices you walk into the room. Oh. Oh. Hey.
hey, bye. I need your help. Will you stay and help me keep watch?
What? What? What are you
Yeah.
asking me? What do you mean?
I'm gonna keep an eye out, but I sometimes fall asleep, so maybe you can keep me awake and we keep watch out together?
No, you need your sleep. I don't have spells I need to rejuvenate or anything like that. That's fine.
I'm good.
Hmm.
I sit down next to him.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to keep watch and not fall asleep.
On me?
No, God, it's not on you.
Roll a deception check.
I am not trying to keep watch on him, if we're being honest.
Roll a deception check.
I'm trying to keep watch on everything else. That's an 18.
He furrows his brow. Sorry. I'm not feeling myself today.
Why don't you go take a nap then? I'll keep watch.
No.
Okay. We'll keep watch together then.
Oh, but it is morning. You guys don't have to do watch at the moment. You guys are just woken up.
I'll just
So-
sit here with you.
No, that's okay. I am. You do have to do some information gathering, and it'd be good for me to stay with Maha and protect him.
Yeah.
You're a lot more charismatic than I am. I'm not.
Mm.
I am not going to do good with people today.
I kind of just put my hand on his shoulder. Okay, stay safe. Keep Maha safe.
He feels very clammy. He feels very cold. He's withdrawing something fierce.
With our sister.
He holds good though.
Okay.
Hmm?
With our sister having
He-
gone through so many withdrawals and everything like this, is there anything that we know that would have helped in this
You-
situation?
You might be able to find something out there in the world. You also notice that he's not smoking.
Hmm.
Look at him giving up 2 addictions at once.
Or maybe he's just not thinking about it.
Let's think positive.
You just see him then. When you touch him, he goes to pull your hand away, but he doesn't, and he just. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I just walk away.
Is Tristalla and Fernway with us as well?
No, actually, Justala she is in her own room, but you see that Frenway is standing outside of the door. Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, sleepyhead. How are you?
Well, how are you?
As long as Her Majesty is well, I am quite spectacular.
You are a cheery person.
I mean, what?
Cheery.
Well, of course. I'm built for this type of thing, you know.
Well, that's good. It's your job then.
It is. And I do my job quite well. I'm what you would call a professional. Quite like you,
Huh.
Miss Lane. And the others that you walk with. Your reputations precede you, you know.
Do they?
Oh,
do they
yes.
say?
Oh, I don't kiss and tell. That's inappropriate.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I can't. I want to, but I can't.
Oh, I'd love to know.
It tears at my heartstrings. And you see that he leans in
It
close.
tears at mine.
This section has been brought to you by Jane Austen.
You see, you see that he does lean in a little close. I heard that you killed Osiris.
I did.
Really?
He shouldn't have woken me up while I slept.
Congratulations. Good for you.
But it's a little too early to celebrate. His body was gone in the morning. I don't know where it went.
That's odd. Did you take out his... They always walk around with slaves, so I would imagine that you had to have a fight with them as well.
Did we kill the slaves?
Technically, yes, by
There might
suicide.
have been one.
Not directly.
There might have been one.
Be mindful of that. It's, how can I say it? The warlords of Terria are very, hateful, spiteful sons of bitches. So I would just kind of keep that in mind.
I had absolutely no idea.
Oh no, I'm sure. You know, since you stole his fancy smancy little sword and all that. I saw it on you, you know.
Uh-huh.
How's
You'll
it
never see me
here?
use it.
I wouldn't use it either. The amount of women and children that thing has killed puts a very particular taste in my mouth that I don't like.
It's a taste that I'm not fond of either.
What
It's
the hell
also
are you still
cursed.
walking around with it? Of course it's fucking cursed. It's a Terrian weapon. You know how it is. Those warlord people, they're willing to sell their goddamn soul for anything.
It's true.
Bunch of heathens, really.
If you want something that's possibly particularly juicy, he
Oh.
had a spot saved for me on his body. A tattoo for my death.
I don't know how else to explain his reaction. Besides from flamboyant joy. As you say that, you see his eyes go wide. And you see the gold rim of them just open up as the sunlight hits them almost. What? Where? On his chest?
I don't remember where it was, crap. Was it his chest or his back?
His chest.
Okay, yes.
Over
it
his
was.
heart.
It was over his heart.
Oh, I think he was in love with you.
Oh, good lord.
Whatever a warlord can be in love with, because they have no concept of the word, really, but, you know.
As much in love with a person as that man could possibly be. Which is to say, he hated my guts.
He probably still does. He's, you know how that works for them. They go down into hell. They go and they deal with their serpent god, and then they come up and blah
Come
blah
back
blah.
up again, yep.
It's a thing. I would be very mindful of walking alone in places.
Yeah. I'll try.
Since you seem to already have acquired so many enemies in such a short period of time.
I don't think I have that many enemies.
Meanwhile,
The numbers have blatantly
Do you count
attacked
the
and brought
numbers?
their light.
Do you count the numbers as one because they're a group, or do you count them as many because?
I count them as legion, and so should you. Be very mindful. You are dealing with a very dangerous enemy.
That's
that-
true.
Thing that was in that city,
Oh,
waiting
we
for
killed
you
that
like that.
thing.
You would have to burn it, most likely. I feel like if they would have come back from the ashes like some type of horrific phoenix of death. Horrific phoenix of death. I feel like that would be a good song. Maybe a lament. Huh. I should have been a bard in another life. Anyways, I'm going to go and make sure that Lady Drissette...
It's okay. I already know.
I know, but I'm supposed to hold curriculum, professionalism. Professionals have standards, you know. It's important.
But dropping your standards every now and then makes you more likable.
God, I love Lonnie so much.
Oh, you see that he stops and he just kind of turns to you and he smiles. Been there, done that. Just as a paladin, one must be who they are. Didn't know that, did you? Thought it was just a straight out little fighter. No.
I had not made an assumption yet.
You have
I
to
was
fight for
almost
the cause.
betting on Bard.
Thank you. But no. But I heard that there's a nice little halfling in the halfway house that's been singing up a storm over there. Maybe you guys should go say hi. Oh, and if I were you, I would go and pay attention to the Assassin's Guild leader that is in the cafe right now. They're having a little sip of coffee. Have a good day. You see that he opens the door.
Another one?
He bows his head. My mistress, what can I do for you? And you see that the door closes. And you just hear, please stop calling. So what are you guys doing as you just seen that weird ass interaction with Fernway's weird ass?
When he says cafe, does he mean the bar downstairs?
He's pretentious as shit. So yeah, it's the bar.
Okay. Well, that was actually my destination anyway, so I'm going to go down there and sit somewhere where I can, casually glance around the room and order something that's appropriate.
Sure. And Rory and Wilbur, are you doing the same?
Yep.
All right. Little B. It's getting kind of lonely in the halfway house. Not really much happening. But you actually see some of the Migonettes walking in and out now, kind of doing their thing.
Give them a little wave as they pass.
You just
Every
see one
time
of
they
them.
pass, just give them a little wave.
Little B,
Smiling weird.
roll a perception check for me real quick.
You got it. $17.
As you are there, it's very silent in the halfway house. But you hear whispers. Is she alright? I don't know. She woke up this morning, she was eating fine. Maybe we should call a doctor? No, that how are we going to pay for a doctor? Really? Kind of coming off on the sideway where the families and stuff like that are staying at. I'm not sure what to do. Should I find someone? Who the hell are we going to go and say, oh hey, our friend all of a sudden just started speaking another language that they don't know? Yeah, no, you're right. What you doing, little bit?
I'm just gonna mind my own beeswax. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's
No,
okay.
Lil B walks up and I say, well, hey
You
there,
see-
friend.
You see these two elves, and as soon as you walk up, they both, hey.
You see, it's so quiet here, I couldn't mind helping but overhearing your conversation about your friend. I'd just like
You
to
see one of them
express
what conversation about a friend?
I just would like to express my condolences and my assistance if you might need help.
You kind of look at each other. They're not the smartest of people. You see that they kind of get to the door, and they open it up just a little bit. Something's off with our friend. Do you want to? I don't know. You want to go talk to her, see her?
Well, sure. I mean, it couldn't hurt to help. Couldn't hurt to try, I guess.
They open the door a little bit. You walk in.
Oh, well, yeah.
Little B, as you walk in, it's very bright in this room. It looks like if though the curtains have been ripped off the windows. And that beautiful elven woman that you saw earlier is laying sent in the bed, solid as a rod, her arms on her sides and her feet straight out.
Well,
And you just hear,
well, I guess Lil B will walk up and say, "Hiya, ma'am. I just saw you this morning.
you see that
You don't seem to be
eyes
looking too good, friend."
shoot open. A green glow in the iris as the head slowly turns to you. Hello, little B. You and I
Ooh.
have met. You don't know my name. I have many. But yes, we have met. What a beautiful day it is outside, isn't it? The sunlight, the warmth. How lovely it is. It's always good to see a friend, isn't it? Strangers are only friends until you said hello, right? Little.
Well, yes, that is what I always say, ma'am.
She snarls and shows her teeth for a second. I am no ma'am. I am many. I am no sir. I am many. You can call us by our name. Come close. I'll whisper it to you.
Nope.
I think I'm not gonna do that.
And it just, as you try to get a little bit away, it's and you can hear multiple laughter. So brave on your own to walk into a room that you have no control over, and the door slams shut.
Little B, get out of there. Get out of there.
That was your first mistake. Allow me to show you the others. Come close. Don't you want to know our name? Don't you want to hear it?
No! Oh my god, good! And then
Little B, you're
just
going
said,
to make an athletics check for me real quick.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Ooh. It's athletics.
Mm-hmm.
18.
As quick as this thing is, you are quicker. As it propels itself off the bed, its hands lurch out to grab your face, and as you pull away from it, it just closes its hands, and you see that it closes its fingers so tight that blood begins to fall from them. Quick, little B. No worries. Run while you can. And you see the door open itself up. Get some friends on the side. Tell your little adventures that we say hello. Legion is so very happy to be so close. And you feel you get flung out this door and the door closes. And you just see both of their friends just standing there. Oh shit! Just completely fucking terrified. You see that one of them's got a cup of coffee in his hand. Like, oh my god! Palo, why have you abandoned us? What did it say?
Well, I'm a little overwhelmed, if I'm honest. Lil B just kind of like walks away, staring blankly.
Wait, come back! You said you were going to help!
Trying to just grasp what just happened.
Wait, come back! You see them like, shit, what have we fucking
I
gonna
do believe your friend's mind is not of her own.
do? You see the other elf. Yeah. That's what the hell we just asked for help for.
Well, I am gonna be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can find someone to help. And I just like bolt.
Little B,
Just-
you're running out.
Walk it down the hallway.
And as you begin to book it, you guys make it down to the, what Friendway would call, the cafe. The hostess is very broad-shouldered, orc woman, absolutely stunningly beautiful and handsome at the same time. Really short-cut hair, a little bit of truff to the front. You see that she's kind of just there cleaning everything. Good morning. What can I get you?
Morning.
I'm glad to see that we finally meet each other. You can call me Tulip. Not my real name, but that's what we're gonna use, ain't it?
You know sexy orc, I see.
My brother. We're twins.
See, it runs in the family.
It does. It really does.
At
And you
that,
just
at
see
that
the-
Wilbur's doing the whole.
Whoa.
She's actually quite stunning, and when I say it in a handsome way, I say it because of the strong jawline, the very, very defined collarbone. She's strong and she wears it proudly. She has no fear of who she is as an orc. She has no fear of who she is as a woman. She's just an experience more than anything else, quite like her brother.
I have to say, you are just the most beautiful orc I've ever seen. Which is saying something. I've met your brother.
You see, you know, people get born first by 2 seconds and they think that they're just so much more than what you are. But I appreciate it. And you see that she gives you all some cups of coffee.
At that
And then
comment,
she
Wilbur looks
died.
at Rory. Yeah, relatable.
Oh.
You see, she smiles. Your friend, the backseat, was out and about a little bit earlier. Not looking too hot. You alright?
He's
He'll be
working
fine.
off some addictions. You got any hair of the dog that could help with that?
You see that she stops for a second and she puts up some sugar and some honey for you. Depends. What are we fighting against? It's good to know an enemy before you start a fight with it.
If I were to take a guess, yes, take your pick.
Specifically, I pull out the vial of poison.
You see that she kind of pulls herself back and she puts a washcloth over that. You know? You know that that's poison, right?
Yes. He gave it to me to hold on to, so he's taking the first step of recovery. And then he's probably going to murder us because he's cranky.
You see when you say that, she gently puts a very large hand over yours. Your friend is drinking this?
Yeah.
See, I questioned it too.
Well,
You should. Let me see the sheet.
everybody's got the things that they do. I mean, we've got a sister that does all kinds of things. I mean, like, this is...
Especially mushrooms.
Yeah.
Rory, how is this stuff not killing him?
I think he's
And
building
you
up
actually
a
see
resistance.
Tulip actually puts a hand on Bailani's, and she just pats you on the arm. Oh no, it is.
Huh.
Resistant or not, this is killing him.
Oh.
Sooner or later, this will kill him.
I want to
No matter how resistant he is.
I want to grab the thing, vial, and stuff it back down my breastal pocket.
Wilbur, since you're the only person that's just kind of hanging for a second, roll a perception check for me.
Yes. Hey, it's a 22.
You see the gentleman in the far corner, very small, delicate features, very bald, very Agrian-like nose, just stirring his coffee, lighting up a cigarette.
Is he listening in?
Oh yeah.
Were Wilbur and Rory present for Lonnie and Fernway's conversation?
They would have heard it. Frenway did not keep. Frenway doesn't do quiet.
Right. Okay. So they heard the bit about there being an assassin in the cafe.
A Assassin's Guild leader in the cafe.
An Assassin's Guild leader.
Oh,
in
so
the
we
cafe.
did hear that. Okay.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh, I was assuming we did not. Well, this is Rory. She probably would have just continued anyways, the way she did.
True.
But you just see him lighting his cigarette. He has not broken eye contact with you, Wilbur. Just
Lonnie usually would have looked for the Assassin Guild leader, but her attention was stolen by the beautiful orc.
it happens. It happens. It's one of those things. But he doesn't seem aggressive at all. But he is not downplaying that he's listening. Just
Yeah, and that I'm, so that everybody at the table notices me, I'm very conspicuously looking at him now, like,
A friend of yours? Oh.
no, yeah, but he knows us.
That's the,
Yes, the professional.
you see that he picks up his hand, and he waits his turn. He lets you all talk. You see
Oh,
Tulip
jeez.
go up quickly. Sir. And you see that he points towards all of you.
charades? Is that what we're doing?
Mhm.
Charades?
Master,
Lonnie. Sorry, go ahead.
Master Widow would like to buy you breakfast.
Well, I wouldn't say no to a free breakfast.
You just see Widow pick up his cup of coffee.
Thanks, buddy.
I tried giving a straight face.
I say to Tulip, well, darling, it looks like duty calls. And I get up and walk over to that guy and sit at his table.
Before I get up, I would like. Do you have
Good morning, how are you?
I'm keeping eyes on them.
Wait. As soon as you sit down, what was that, Rory?
Let Lonnie go first.
As you do that. Oh, I'm quite well. And yourself?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Hmm.
Doing okay.
Forgive me. I have lost my manner. My name is Widow. Master Widow.
Hello, my name is Lonnie.
Oh. I am a courier here in Helena. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's lovely to speak with you as well.
It's not every day I get to meet heroes.
Heroes?
Oh, I've heard a few things here and there. I've heard about how you tried to save some people in the town square. How you fought against a lionel that has been mutated and transformed into a death machine. And how the numbers are hot on your tail, as they say.
Well, I suppose those things did happen.
supposing that they did happen, there's a lot of things that happen that don't.
That's true. What are you here for?
Oh, I run the local Assassins Guild here.
I heard about that.
Yes.
You just take in the air?
Always.
Okay.
I enjoy being around outsiders. Helena can be very quiet. And I've come to appreciate the quiet. It makes for better business. But when I have a group like the Numbers turning into a nefarious weapon of destruction, business can get funny. I'm not really the type of man that enjoys jokes.
Funny doesn't have to mean laughter.
Funny does not have to be laughter. That is true. You see, he picks up his head. Little B, where are you running at?
Away.
Just running like out of the building?
Just no direction, just trying to get somewhere where there's more people.
You do see that the tavern's full of quite a few folks right now, and you just see some people sitting there, and you hear Master Widow. That halfling looks scared half to death.
Well, I'd
Oh,
say,
God.
sir, I just had a. Sorry, was I too loud?
No, that's just Widow. You just see him.
Oh, I just had an experience that you wouldn't believe.
You see Tulip just kind of walk up. Easy, you alright? This very large orc woman.
You see, Wilbur's trying really hard
Okay.
not to laugh in the corner.
Wait. If a halfling is scared half to death, are they fully scared?
Or are they a quarter scared?
Please, this is no laughing matter.
You
We have some serious problems up there.
You see that Widow places 5 gold pieces on the table. Tulip, then you can take your tip from there. We'll talk. And Master Widow stands up, and as he does, you realize, for an old man, he kind of fit. Even underneath these formal robes and everything else, he's well built. He hides it well. But you know a fighter when you see one.
For a leader of an assassin guild, I was expecting that.
You
I
just see
would
that
not expect a weakling.
he just stands up.
Pleasure.
Yes, pleasure. And as he walks past, good luck, my little friend. And as he walks past you, Wilbur and Rory, Rory, good morning.
Morning.
He nods his head. Enjoy your breakfast. Little B, Little B's just freaking out. The little halfling just losing their shit.
Just
I'm just
losing,
gonna start
losing
eating
their
breakfast,
little mind.
watching. I'm eating breakfast and just watching this little halfling like.
I'm trying to like get anybody who would listen to my small self.
I'll listen
You
to
see,
you.
you
I'm
know-
just. I'll eat
Oh,
in front of you.
We're definitely listening.
Same actually. Fucking
Lonnie's
same.
got a couple
Is
copies
there
to offer.
anybody who can help this poor woman up there?
What's wrong with it?
Poor woman.
Well, if I'm being truly honest, I have no idea. But with the eyes and the voices.
Rory, make a wisdom check for me real quick as Little B begins to speak.
Wisdom check. You got it.
Wisdom saving throw, better said.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 14.
Oh, so close.
Can I argue? Oh shit! I'm being possessed. Fuck.
You're being possessed.
You should listen to your little friend. I've been dying to meet you.
Is this a voice I recognize?
Nope.
God damn it, I've got a new voice in my head.
Do you say this out loud?
Yes, I do.
I've been stealing my sister's mushrooms again.
Really?
You have no right! You have no right, Lonnie.
Really?
No lights!
I can touch my voice, okay?
Well, I can show me things from the future!
You hear Umbra. Well.
No right!
Little B, you just see them. They're just having this combo.
Little B's a little freaked out, but Little B's been freaked out this whole time.
So,
He wants to meet us.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Rory, all of a sudden as you look outside, you remember what seems like a lifetime ago. Standing in front of the Mort house, and all those souls standing in front of the general. Lost, sullen in the face, gray-skinned, and they're gone.
Fuck.
Was that in game, by the way?
That was in game. Yeah,
Well,
I think
I-
we need to go help this woman. God damn it.
yeah, Wilbur, seeing that you got a faraway look, like, what?
What is it this time?
I don't have a clue.
Right.
So are you
Well-
saying you'll help?
Yeah, sure, may as well.
Yeah. What are you paying?
What am I paying? She's not my friend. I'm just trying to find volunteers to help this poor woman.
You hear Tulip in the background. Oh, I thought you were all heroes.
Don't give me that. We gotta earn money to actually go and do saving. Don't give me judgment.
You hear a
Well,
loud
you know it
window
never
crash.
hurts to help.
You all hear it. You don't even have to roll for it. And you see people running out of the halfway house now.
Well,
Lonnie's halfway to standing up.
At that, Wilbur decides,
well, maybe it's time we are heroes, eh?
Lonnie fashions herself a hero, so.
What are y'all doing?
Running towards the window.
well, let's go.
You
Nope.
see that it seems to have come out from the second floor of this halfway house. And people are running out and you hear them, oh my god, that woman's so damn strong. And they're just going.
Oh, I
on,
like
our
the-
way out of the cafe. We'll be back later.
Save my breakfast, don't throw it away!
Oh, okay.
As
Well,
we're
let's
leaving,
go
I
keep
wonder
it
what
safe.
time she gets off work.
Little B, are you accompanying your newfound friends?
Oh yes, but I'm like behind them all.
I just realized you look fucking tiny to us.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so small.
Oh, yeah.
How,
We're
how
8.
tall are you?
I'm 8
Because
feet
we're
tall.
Fearbolgs, so she's like 8 foot something. I'm 7 foot tall.
So you're like
Mm.
3 foot, right?
I'm like pocket size.
Oh god,
oh
you're
my
short
God.
for a
No, that's not
halfling.
true. That's not true. I'm not that small. But pretty small. Hold on.
Rory,
Wait.
as you get... Oh, I'm sorry. Anna?
Oh, I was gonna say, for the record, Lonnie is probably like 5'10" ish. She's not quite 6 feet.
So
I
you're
bet you tall
actually,
motherfuckers in this group, though.
You're actually-
She's tall for a human.
I think you're actually close to Eric's height, right? And Maha's height, right? Like they're not
Yeah.
small.
Eric's not very tall now. But
Yeah.
he likes to think that he's 6 feet tall. He's about 5'8".
And it's unusual because
He's
Tabaxi
6
are
feet
usually
tall.
really
Wait,
tall.
I'm taller than Eric?
You are taller than
Taller
Eric.
than
As you make it up to the halfway house, you see the door unhinged and open on its own.
Let's go in.
Thoughts, Umbra?
Well, mind you, if anything,
You just stop Umber and you hear, as you reach out to her, I hear Many voices crying out in pain. Hundreds, if not thousands. Tread carefully.
That's comforting.
Well, you asked.
I did. Thank you.
As you get there, just silence.
I'd like to say, this is Rory making an educated guess from what she saw. So this could be completely wrong. I'd like to say general.
General's not here right now.
Mother Margaret?
Yes, no.
No. No.
So
Close.
we've not met before yet.
But we have met. You hear the voice echoing throughout the whole halfway house now. We have met. We've all met.
You the fungus?
Except for
Are you the
you.
fungus?
You see that the curtains rip off the windows now. Light pours into the building. Come find out.
Well, to be fair,
We're upstairs.
what was
Or we
that?
can come to you if you like. All of you look so nervous.
I guess I walk over to her nervously. Like
Oh no,
look-
you don't see it. You hear her voice.
Oh, okay.
You have not seen this person yet.
Well,
But you hear it. We're upstairs.
Oh, we're not in her room?
No.
not yet.
Oh, Jesus.
We're at the front door.
Oh, we're at
You're
the
at the
front
front
door?
door.
Okay.
We haven't even entered yet.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But please come inside. We'll catch our death of cold with the door open.
Archie-fist?
I don't know about that. It's fairly warm out here today.
I was just about to say, you know what? Leave the door open. Just to piss him off. Just leave the door open.
Just leave the door open.
Yeah, just.
Are we walking inside?
Well, before we do, I want to turn to Lil B and be like, what exactly are we walking into?
Well, she has the eyes and the hands and the
Yes,
voices.
Okay. Maybe talk more about the voices.
Well, there's just so many voices in my head.
You hear it just echoing throughout the halls now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Just like that.
Don't keep us waiting. We've waited so long.
I'd like to argue that Ronan and I are monster hunters. And
You've seen things similar to this, not as potent as this. But you would still have to see the person to be able to figure it out.
damn it, I don't want to see the person.
Well, that's what I'm for. I got it.
Okay, let's walk in.
Or,
Everybody walks in.
yeah.
Bonnie draws her swords.
The door stays open.
Wilbur's got a crossbow, but he's kind of holding it like one-handed first. So he's like, "Come on."
Yeah, she's not like holding them at attention, but she's just got them out.
Are you here to kill us?
Well,
Us.
You're acting a little aggressive, so we're a little worried, of course.
This poor, innocent girl never held a hand, never kissed a pair of lips.
So wait, is it obvious So, we know that this entity is now in a body of a different person. Because he just told us. They just told us.
They're in something. They're saying that they're in a young girl. But you still haven't seen them.
I know, I understand this. As we're walking through it.
Mm-hmm.
When Mother Margaret went inside of me and did her weird thing, could it be... I know I haven't seen her yet, but I want to be running through scenarios as we're walking up. Like, could it be something like a night hag?
You've seen night hag nightmares before. You've seen their magics. No.
Okay.
As you make it up the steps, you see the curtain in the hallway rip itself down and light pours in. And you just see the door to the room. Little B, you remember it.
But Lil B remembers all right.
Please. Come inside. We have so much to talk about.
Now, I would advise you use the utmost caution, because what's going on in that room is just bonkers, just straight up crazy.
With the voices and the eyes and the hands?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are all there standing in front of the door. What are you doing?
Well,
Let's walk in.
yep, let's do it. Let's get this
Who's
over
the
with.
first person to walk in?
This feels like Rory's show, so Lonnie's kind of letting her.
You see me, like, stand there, like, really, guys? Really? Really? And I walk in.
Wilbur's like right behind you though. And
As you...
he's doing this thing
Yeah,
that
Lonnie
you've seen
doesn't
him.
linger.
He's doing this thing that you've probably seen him do before. That he has crossbow like right over shoulder,
Yeah.
like over yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine little B's besides Lonnie. And
Lil
since you're
B's
small...
like pasted to the backs of these people, trying very much not to be left behind.
Rory, as you walk in, you just see, with their back turned to you, a person sitting on the other side of their bed. The bed square center in the room. The room is devastated. There's claw marks in the wall. There seems to be blood on the floor. Not much, but there's a little bit. You see that the window has been blown open, but it's complete sunlight is pouring in. And as you hear them, you see the coldness of their breath come out. What an excellent day for an exorcism. Or a funeral. Maybe both.
Who are you?
Who are we?
Oh, Rory?
We are Legion.
Nope.
And you hear the voices start to echo out in the room. You all hear it now.
As soon as they say we are Legion, you hear Wilbur go. And Rory knows that's on this. He's taking shots.
Can I attempt to stop him when I hear his like
Like oh that's nice.
Sure.
do I have to roll? What do I have to roll to beat him? My initiative.
Tell me
against
what
this?
do you do to go and stop him?
I'd like to just like nudge my shoulder up where he's got the thing rested on.
You see, as you do that, Wilbur, right when you go to go shoot, you do hear it again. You kill the girl before you kill us, you know.
That's what healing spells are for.
Oh, there won't be any healing.
That's what
None
village
of
priests
that.
are for.
village priest. A priest.
Yeah, you know,
And
resurrection,
you
all the good
see
shit.
the head turn. As the head turns, you see the eyes glowing green. A village priest. How lovely of an idea. Maybe you should find a priest. Maybe you need a priest. But please feel free to kill the girl. We'll just jump into another body. Take your time.
We don't really want him jumping into our body.
I don't want your body.
Oi! What's wrong with my body?
Yeah, there's no shaming in it.
You see the door closes behind you. Ah, so many jokes. So many little sassy things to say. What's wrong? Not laughing anymore.
How are you, Legion?
How am I
Inside,
leaving?
inside a elf.
Poor stupid little girl. This little bitch didn't even see it when it happened. Just the way that it is, really. You see that she lays down on the bed. And the eyes turn light brown. Help me! And they turn bright green again. Oh. We'll just add another one to the collection. But please, feel free to murder the girl in broad daylight.
Add
Big
ano-
old goddamn heroes.
Add another
You're
one
just
to the
being a big bully.
She's not wrong.
Add another one to the collection. Her soul?
Our essence. We eat lesser things. But you know how that is, don't you?
Oh, well,
Oh,
technically, yeah.
by the way, would you like to talk to someone real quick? We have a friend here. Pollock, do you want to say hi? And you see that her head goes down, and you hear your brother's voice clear as day. Run. Get out of this room.
Inside.
Leave.
Pollock?
That is a dirty 20.
With that dirty 20, if this thing is acting, it's doing it really well. It's his voice. It's not his body movements, but it is his voice. That does not mean for a moment that it is him. With that dirty 20, you have a pretty good idea that it's fucking with you. But you see,
at that, I was like, not him.
you see his head just kind of go down and come back up. Always looking for the rational answer, aren't we, Wilbur? Always looking for a little bit of common sense in the things that have no sense. Oh, how spectacular of a thing that is. How about you, Lonnie? Still talking to that voice in your head? All the other voices in everyone else's head.
See?
Or you're just gonna get angry and kill us? Already got your blades out. Oh wait, you see that she puts her hands up like this. We're not at your mercy like Osiris. We're not that easy to go and kill. Do I pick my head up like this so that you can slit my throat from ear to ear? Murderer. Oh, little bee, you look scared. Don't be. I can give you back those memories, you know. Those things that you just don't want to hear anymore. You ever wondered what brought you to this place? Ever wondered
No,
what
sir,
it'd be
I
like to
don't.
leave?
I'm perfectly content with myself just the way I am. Thank you very much.
Oh, are you? Just a little nobody. Always the joke, but never the punchline.
You can try and bully me all you want, but it won't work.
We'll see about that. Give
Little
me
bee
time.
sticks their tongue out at you.
As you do that, you see
Yeah,
the
Wilbur's coming.
tongue come out of its mouth, and it is horrifically long as it starts to go over its hands and neck, and you see that she starts to look at the cuts in her hand. Oh, to taste the blood of an innocent.
So, seeing her body there, meta knowledge, we obviously know what's going on. Do the characters know what's going on yet?
What do you mean?
We realize she's being possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Do the characters
Oh,
know
yeah.
how to deal with that?
The characters know how to deal with that in game.
You have seen possession before. Never like this. You have never seen something take over a body the way that this thing has. And the fact that it's able to move things in the room is very unpleasant. By the way, before anybody gets any bright ideas, you try to do any restoration on the girl, and I'll make sure that I rip out her heart before I leave. But please, you try. It'll bring us closer together. Murderer and murderer.
So how do you think this thing gets their knowledge? Mind reading, or do you think it's an effect of
Must be
being
an
a collective?
aura effect. It's able to read our surface memories, delve deeper.
Probably, or if it's a bunch of things in one, it's probably got, dozens,
You guys just
hundreds of
in front of
memories.
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You see that it just nods its head. Oh, very clever, very clever. Maybe we can hear your thoughts. Maybe we can just taste the sins in the air.
That would be interesting. Can you do
Wouldn't
that?
it? Come close. I'll show you.
I
see-
wouldn't recommend that.
It extends its hand out, and you see fingernail marks all throughout. This poor girl's body won't be able to last very long. We'll probably destroy it before the end of the evening, but that's just the way that things go.
Lonnie leans up against the wall.
All this prowess in this room, and no one willing to pull the trigger. Where's Eric?
Well,
Eric might.
Well, I just did. What the hell am I? Eh?
Good question, Will, but what the hell are you?
Somebody would try to shoot you.
Daddy's boy. Poor little daddy's boy, always trying to make up for the brother that he couldn't be. How does it feel to live in shoes that are just too big for you? Is that hard? That must be.
So, how long before we start making with the smiting and all that good stuff? I can.
Oh, please torture us. I look forward to it so very much.
How
Oh.
would
You
don't
Ronan,
like radiant damage.
how would Ronan take care of this? I know that he would try to save the girl. I know that he would try to remove the entity. I know that he would try to banish the entity. How would
You need a
Ronan...
cleric.
Damn it! Damn it! You said a priest would be fun, right?
Priest?
Yeah, priest.
Oh, but who?
Oh,
Who,
we could...
who would you bring?
I feel like restoration is maybe the way to go because they warned us against it.
I can,
Please
Or that
do
could be
try.
bait to try a restoration.
I can do that. I have that.
Please try. Please, please, please.
But you have to touch a willing creature or a creature.
Yes! You have to touch a
That
willing
would be the
creature,
problem,
don't you?
yeah.
No, it's
That
actually,
would
actually,
be the
no.
issue.
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition it's afflicting.
You would have to touch me first. And
That's
good luck
the
with
touching.
that.
Well, didn't you
I think
want...
the touching could happen, but I don't think you want it to happen.
You see it extend his hand out.
So, are we doing this? Am I?
Please.
I'm looking at Lonnie and Wilbur. Am I touching him?
I
Don't
don't
be-
suggest it.
Please don't be afraid of me. I promise I'm not going to hurt you. I would love for you to go and give me a hand. and you see the eyes turn brown again.
How many
What's going on?
how many times can you do that?
I don't
Really
understand. And
don't
the
think
eyes
I
go green
trust
again.
any promise that you would give me, but thanks.
We had a
for
long
trying.
rest since it's morning, so I can do that 3 times.
The eyes go brown, and the body slumps
Wait.
into the bed.
Restoration is either greater or lesser.
I have lesser.
Same.
So you have lesser. Would lesser do the job?
The creature has now
Greater.
passed out, and it is breathing very shallowly on the bed.
Passed out.
You literally just see it.
I think
I don't know if I trust this,
I think we should
but
get.
at the same time, it could be that this creature's energy is too much for her to take and cause the body to.
It's possible.
But
we need a
I am a
cleric.
treasure hunter. I don't know.
We need a cleric.
Ah, buddy,
I am awesome, but I'm not a cleric.
You are pretty awesome.
You hear a voice in your mind, Lonnie. Perhaps the strange man in the white mask.
What was that guy's name that really had an obsession with you, Rory?
I see you trying to
Vanilla.
say. God damn it.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
That was not his name.
Vandella.
It was Vandella.
Can
He
I
might be nearby.
open my mind to Vandella?
That sounds like a bad idea, but go for it. Because leaving also sounds like a bad idea.
Yep.
How does Rory open her mind to Vendela?
I would like to call out to that entity that has been assisting me and to speak through it to get to Vandella. Because he has shown himself to me on multiple occasions, and he has shown himself to Vandella before.
Does Lonnie know that you're doing this?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Rory, I would like you to make a wisdom check with advantage.
Wisdom check with not a save, a wisdom check. with
There you go.
advantage.
A wisdom
There you
check.
go. And you're good at those.
I'm good at those. Let's see. That is a. That's not a good one. 7 and
That is it?
natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Chest hands.
Rory, as you close your eyes for a moment, you see yourself standing on an empty plain. You remember the city where the Mort House was. And as you continue to walk, you see Vendela standing there, just looking at the ocean, his mask on.
Just kind of wave at him.
He's not looking at you. He's lost in the waves.
Hey, Vandella. Behind you? Hi.
Rory?
You can't see me?
No, I see you fine.
Oh, hi.
Have you died?
No. I'm actually in need of your help. I'm at the halfway house by the last dragon's breath.
May I touch your hand?
I put my hand out.
As he closes his hand on you, you see that he's standing in the room with you. And he turns to it. And he turns to you. Yes. Keep them safe. I will be there.
Okay.
How did you... And you're back.
He's on his way. I say that directly to Lonnie.
Number 2 is not going to be happy about this.
No, he's definitely not. We can't tell him or Ronan.
Wilbur makes a mental note to tell Ronan.
Little B, do me a favor. Roll me an intelligence check for me real quick.
Lonnie makes mental note to tell number 2.
Both of you guys!
What you got?
Hold on, I'm looking for intelligence.
It'll be at the top.
Top, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a +2.
Insight, intimidation, investigation.
Oh, no, keep
It's
scrolling up.
by your saving throws.
Adoy. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
14.
You hear a soft voice in the back of your mind. So much power in such little space. You know what you should do? I think we should help them to understand where they're at. Little B, you feel yourself activating the mantle of majesty. And as you're there, you hear the voice in your head. Tell the tall woman to sit. We think it'd be funny.
Now, you're just being a big bully. I don't have to do a single thing you try and tell me to do.
You see your hands beginning to move on their own, since you sadly failed that saving throw. And you, Rory, I would like you to make a... Give me 1 second, because I'm actually... I believe it is... please make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
Me?
That would be a 23.
You hear the words come out of Little B's mouth as they turn to you. Rubble.
But it's not Little
But-
B's voice.
No. And as they say it, you hear it, and you literally... I won't be doing that. With that 23? No, thank you.
He's controlling Little B.
Oh, great.
Do you think they'll kill you, Little B? You want to
No.
see the
Oh,
heroes
wait,
that
yeah,
you just
no.
got? And you'll just go and hear it in your voice, and you hear it in the back of your head. Now watch them say that they did it because they were defenseless. Watch as they murder you.
I put my swords away.
You see Little B there. Little B, you hear it in your mind still. You've been so alone for so long. Don't you want a little bit of help?
Magic.
Don't listen to voices you can't touch.
Touch?
You see, and you hear it in your ear again, Little B. We're right here. Don't you see us? And Little B, as you look out, you see that the room is filled with people. There's so many people in this room. There are so many pale faces. There's so many lost souls in this one space with you. And they are here. And they're all staring right at you.
Now, I may be a bard, and I may be used to getting attention, but this is just a little bit too much for me, buddy.
I'll let you make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Wait, don't you aren't you able to give people advantage on wisdom
Me-
saving throws? Or
No, no,
How would he know?
because I
that-
just told him that this thing is controlling Little B.
She did say that.
A
A lot of the reasons why Lonnie just put her swords away.
You know what?
Because
Fair enough.
That voice coming out of that halfling, but also what Rory said. make it at least a little bit more difficult if it comes after Lonnie.
Fair enough.
You get a +3.
What'd you get?
I got an 8.
With the +3?
Oh, no. 11.
They get closer. Good try, but not good enough. Close your eyes. And you feel the desire to close your eyes. And you remember home for a second. Little hovel. Lots of music. There's always so much music there. The food's nice. The drinks are good. You get treated well here. It's been so long since you've been home. We can take you. You don't have to continue to play this game. You can be free. They fear us because they fear the freedom that we can give them. You don't have to do that.
I feel like I left home for a reason, and I feel like it would have been a good reason, and I tend to trust myself.
Roll a wisdom
Besides, none
save
of my
with
friends are
advantage.
here.
Go for it. Roll a wisdom save with advantage.
Flash of genius.
So +3.
+3.
And roll it twice and take the highest number.
I only got one more of those, by the way.
Oh, they're both the same number.
What were they? Both natural 20s?
14.
Plus
14.
+3.
plus
14
3.
plus 3?
Yeah. Oh, no. 14, 15, 16, 17.
And it's gone.
So how long is it going to take Vendela to get here?
He didn't say.
You see that the body seems to be sleeping.
He said take
Just-
care of it. Don't let anything bad happen to it. I'm referring to the female as it.
Rude.
There they are asleep.
I could try the Lester restoration like you mentioned earlier.
I don't think I would
I don't
touch
think you
it.
should. I don't think you want to touch it.
But other issue, can we tell that it looks like Little B is released from?
Oh yeah. You see that their bodies lurches forward for a second and then the brightness goes back into their eyes.
Owie! My noggin!
Oh!
That is probably going to keep happening.
Wait a second. Spells.
Are you gonna use lesser restoration for her migraine?
No, that would be a waste.
It'd be great in real life.
I would like to cast Healing Spirit. Just to have it in the room. You call forth
Sure.
a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intelligible spirit appears in a space that is a 5-foot cube that you can see within range. The spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae of my choice. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature can see moves into the spirit's space for the first time, turn starts. It turns here. You can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action required.
Okay.
So I just want to have it out and about.
Sure.
What's it look like?
It's gonna look like this isn't Yvonne. This is going to look like an owl that just kind of flutters around. Casting.
As you activate that, what level spell is that?
That is a level 3.
No.
As
Yes, it
soon
is.
as you
Oh, is it?
activate it, you
Oh,
see
damn.
that it explodes into green fire.
Well, shit.
Didn't
Either
we tell
you
you
learned a new
to
spell or
not
something wrong.
play? Try again. Try harder. Oh, didn't think that we could do that, did you? Surprise, surprise. The door opens.
Oh,
Let me put on the mask.
Thank
And,
God. He's
and
here.
on the mask.
Ta-da!
Ugh, this uncomfortable thing. You see Vendela open the door. Yeah. Oh, hi everyone.
You took your time.
Yeah, it was across the... You see that you see this completely clad in white, very odd, completely bald individual with a white orc's face on his face. Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, I'm glad that I was called. Little one, are you alright?
My noggin!
You see that he takes out what seems to be like a little vial, and he opens it up and he puts it underneath your nose. Breathe in. There you go. And you start to feel better as what you begin to realize as a magic user, he's doing calm emotion on you. It's alright. Don't worry. It's alright.
Gee, friend, you sure are helpful. Thanks a lot.
I am. And you see this creature jump up from the bed. Is this a joke? You brought this fool to deal with us? Really? This is your priest? Blasphemer. Where's your god? Or perhaps will we speak to the new one that you follow?
Mental
You
note
see
taken.
Vendela. Things have changed. Still a man of God, though. A man of God. What is it that you follow, anyways? Oh, the God of Chaos. That's what I follow. They all know that. Did they not tell you before I arrived?
We
You
hadn't
just...
gotten to that yet.
You just see the creature sit up on the bed again. Tell me, Lizard Breeze, how do you plan on getting us out of this body? What's your master plan, since you're so smart? You see he stops, and he turns to all of you. And you hear him sincerely say, I've never taken a spirit out of someone. This is the first.
There's time for everything.
Wilbur's like,
I can't communicate just any priest.
Well, I guess you could go, and as you see as he's saying that, this thing begins to float up off of the bed.
Of course it does.
You think this is a joke, do you? You think that we're just going to stay here and allow you to hurt us? Is that what it is? All these eyes and faces here, and you think that we're just going to stay subtle and go gently, as they say? You see Vendela actually looks a little small. What we do?
You need to banish it to another plane. Can't you do something like that? That's what Ronan would do.
Little B. Roll a perception check for me.
Sure thing.
You got it.
Sure thing, buddy. 17.
Ooh.
Hold on. Think of something else. perception plus 3, so 20.
Dirty 20. You see it now that it's floating up. There's a small, ever so slight, little green splinter on her foot. It's so very small.
Would Wilby be able to use halfling nimbleness to like go up and
Get back here.
pluck said splinter?
You can definitely try.
I would like to try.
Yes.
You can move through the space of any creature that's one size larger than yours. I would like you to roll an athletics check for me.
Athletics, you say?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you want to use.
I think I'd rather use acrobatics.
Sure. Tell me how you're going to use acrobatics, by the way, to get the splinter out.
Pardon?
And why are we using acrobatics? What acrobatic thing are we doing?
Okay, since Lil B is like further from the room, not further from the room, further behind like everybody this whole time basically, because Lil B is a huge coward, they're going to kind of do like a little jump and like not pole vault, but like jump from person's shoulder to person's shoulder to just kind of like reach and grab and pull is like my end goal.
Go for
Kind
it.
of do like some ninja jumps and flips, not really like not
For
to
it.
that extent, but
No worries. Make that roll for me.
okay. Please. Oh no! I got a 5.
Oh.
Plus 6 is
Roll an
11?
intelligence check for me, please.
intelligence. Okay. Oh, that one's a 19 plus.
With the 19, you're good.
Okay.
Right when you go to go grab it, you see that it literally pulls its foot back, and as it pulls its foot back, you see, all of you see it, a wave of telekinetic energy shoot out from this thing's head, break through the floor, shoot into the wall, and it misses you by this much, and you see a about a grapefruit-sized hole inside of the wall now. Little fool! And you see that the body continues to float up. That was a mistake that you won't make again. And you see that it begins to put its hand on the top of its head and the
I'd
other
like
hand on
to
its
do
neck.
something before it snaps its neck.
It hasn't done it, but you can definitely do something.
I'm afraid it's going to, so I would like to step in and prevent it from doing that as a bonus action. If you will allow a bonus action. Telekinetic shove. I would like to
Telekinetic.
Thank you. Shove it down into the floorboards. You have to save.
What's the save?
It's DC 16 on strength.
Oof. I rolled a natural 16 plus 10. You see that it does not even budge. As it hits, it literally goes... Politics. Really? You can all roll perception to see what the hell the halfling was going for.
Yeah, I will definitely do that.
Yeah, I'll do that too. I see nothing.
Little B, do you say it out loud?
Yeah, sure.
I rolled a 13.
Just exclaim, the splinter!
As you
Just
say
point.
the splinter, you see Vandella put his hands out and move all of you to the side. And he opens up his hand. That is enough. And you see the body begin to And you see him slowly closing his hand. You are not going to hurt anyone else today. And as he holds his hand, you see that it just stays stuck like that. Clever little priest. You haven't forgotten all your little tricks just yet, have you? You will be given a chance to get to the splinter. Only one person is going to get the chance.
What if we don't want to go for the splinter?
Or you don't. What would you like to do?
Lonnie will try to go for the splinter.
Do it, Lonnie. I would like to assist.
This is kind of what Lonnie thinks she's good at.
I would like to assist in any way that I can.
They are being held, so you would take this with advantage. So
Oh.
please.
Kitty cat, I need to reach my computer.
Meow, 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 meow.
I would like to rush forward and try to pull that splinter out.
Go for it.
Do I need to roll something?
You're going to be doing acrobatics or athletics?
Definitely some acrobatics.
Acrobatics, and you're going to have to, you can roll it with advantage because you're being held.
That is a 24. Those were both good rolls, actually.
As you jump up and you see the foot dangle down, you go to go grab and you hear a voice in your head. Lonnie, don't. Right as you snatch it. And you pull. Make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Saving throw.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 20.
In that moment that you grab the splinter, it is so small. It is so fine. It is literally like the shaving of this thing that crumbles into your hand. And in that moment, you see them. All these faces, all these people just in pain. And when you hold it in your hand for just a second, you see something else. You see the Underdark. You see an open hall with lava coming down on both sides. And in the lobby, little crystals, cloudy like the memory that you gave Maha, lining up by this lava. And as you look forward, you can hear clockwork moving. And as you look up, there seems to be a large marionette-like body standing in a darkened hallway, suspended by hundreds of wires and ropes and God knows what else. And you see its head moving around, a bright green emerald in its chest. I see you. And you're gone. You see Vendela standing there, and as you're standing there, you see that Vendela's actually grabbed Little B by by their arms, just kind of holding him. And you just see the body Okay, all right. Um, you see Vendela take off his gloves, and as you do, they're horrifically burnt hands, terribly burnt, to the point that you don't even know how his fingers are functioning. And he places his hands on the body. Lord of Chaos, I know that this is not my place, but the child still has time. Perhaps bring in information to go and grant your will of darkness in this world. Please help. And you see... That's the first revivify I've done in years. Edward. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. You see that he puts his gloves back on, and it's a little unsettling.
Well, chaos doesn't necessarily mean bad.
That's right. Chaos doesn't necessarily mean bad. You see him gently go and place his hand on her head. He closes his eyes, and you start to hear movement downstairs. And you can smell them. It's the Migonets. We have it from here. We'll make sure that she's all right. Thank you for calling me. I didn't think that you would do that. That's actually quite nice. I suppose we're friends, aren't we?
I sure would say so.
Oh, I didn't catch your name. My name is Vendela.
Lil B's the name, singing sweet tunes is the game.
Oh, that's very sweet. My Migonets, they spoke to me about you. We were interested in talking to you about, and he says that you see that the nurses begin to enter the room, and they surround Vendela. Ladies, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I want to lean
I'm
over
not
to
hurt.
Lonnie. I think I've made a terrible mistake calling him.
It's all right. It's all right. I promise. It's all right. Don't worry. Well, we'll be in
I
touch.
warned you.
By the way, you see that he pulls out what seems to be a little piece of chocolate, and he hands it over to you, little B.
For me?
Whenever
Thank you, sir.
whenever you feel nervous, you can have a little piece of that. I don't have the little piece of paper with you, but I want you to think of that magical piece of chocolate. It's got 4 little pieces in it, and whenever you eat a piece, it gives the spell of calm emotion. There you go.
It's magical melatonin.
Yes.
Chocolate isn't really the best thing, but you're still young, so you'll be able to work out all the sugar.
Thank you very much, sir. Puts it in my little pocket.
You
It
see the
gives it a
Migonets
little
begin.
pat.
The Migonets begin to go over to her, and you see Vendela actually kind of pull you all to outside of the room. It is not my place to ask, but what was that all about?
That's a good question.
I think, well, they claimed that they were Legion. And it sounds like you almost knew him?
Did you say that the shard crumbled to dust? I don't have it
Just
anymore.
crumbled to dust right into your hand.
Okay. Lonnie definitely, rubs it.
You actually hear Umbran. You continue to inspire a champion. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have doubted your ability.
I don't know what to say.
It's not that I don't think you can deal with this type of thing. I'm very possessive.
Aww, that's
I
not
appreciate the
scary
warning.
at all.
That's heartwarming in a creepy sort of way. Lonnie does not say that. I am saying that. That's
I was gonna go and say.
sort of way.
You see, you
Poor thing would've been
just
so
get a visual of
offended.
Umbra going.
Lonnie at this point is probably used to it. Lonnie's like, thanks. I appreciate the wording.
The wording. I have to get better with my wording. Oh, this is also difficult being in this new time like this. And you just. And you hear, and you see, Vandella's actually quite curious about Little B, just kind of looking at them and kind of poking him. He's still talking to the whole group, but I haven't seen a halfling in years. It's very nice to see a halfling. Oh, and he's looking at your instrument and things like that. He's just there, just.
It sounded like you almost knew that entity.
Well, it's not that I know the entity. I heard it a few, I think about a month back. It's when I began my journey. The Black Tongue God told us that Legion would start to go and creep into this world, and that we needed to do our best to make sure that it didn't start infecting innocent people. That little shard thing, what was that?
I don't know. It was tiny and green, and it is now dust.
Green?
Wilbur and Rory,
Mm-hmm.
please make a intelligence roll for me real quick.
Can I argue history to get my
You know what? You can definitely argue history. You can make a history check for both of you guys.
Dang it, I know nothing.
I rolled a 5.
I'm a treasure hunter. Would I know?
You know what? I will actually let you do a history check. And the DC is going to be less for you because of stuff and things. Go for it.
That's a 23.
Hey!
Real shit.
I know history.
As you think back on it, you saw glowing green eyes like that. You saw a green element like that inside the chest of a decimal right before it exploded.
Was it just me, or did that thing look like what was in those decimals the other day?
If it was, then it was the emerald.
Yep.
The general's emerald.
Little B, do me a favor. Make a. How does this work for bards? Because I know that you. Do you have bardic knowledge? I believe you do.
I don't. Hold on.
Not just that thing.
It would be under your features and traits if you had it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a skill.
Yeah.
no.
No. You sadly you don't. But you know what though? I'm gonna go and say that with that, I will allow you to make a religion check for me.
A religion check. Okay.
Yeah. That's a +3 for you.
It came out wonky.
Educate?
Hold on.
Give it another shake. Put some gusto in it.
11.
11 plus
Plus
3.
3. 14?
This is a stupid legend that you heard of when you were maybe like 2 or 3. Something dumb. And for some reason you remembered it.
Just shot right through my brain.
It was.
through
I
my
don't know.
fog brain.
Maybe because your head got a little shaken up, but you know,
Got a little rattled.
I would have sworn that there was a scary story that we used to say around the campfires about souls and gems, and that there was a woman that had broken a whole city for one. Can't remember her name though, but something like that.
That sounds like a good story. I wonder if I could write a song about it.
Do you say it out loud?
I just kind of mumble it.
Well, I mean,
And then
do you
And
tell
I'll
them what
share,
you
I'll
remember?
share the story. Yeah, after mumbling that, I share the story.
Seems to be that Little B has heard a little legend about the soul gem.
If there's any way you can jog your memory, we'd love to hear more about it.
What I'm wondering is how old this bloody thing is.
Oh, how old is a night hag? They can be ageless.
Lonnie, you hear a soft whisper. Fire Salu. I remember that. Soul energy. Why do I remember that?
Are you the woman in the story?
No.
She's a little
No.
teething when she says it.
Yeah, but you see that the voice sounds a little serious for a second. No, and then you can hear the break. Yeah. No. No, I am not. Fire Salu. Fire Salu. It's an old elvish word. Or Sylvan or whatever they call it now. It's been so long. My master. I'm sorry. And you hear the voice go?
Perhaps. Question for an elf. Thank you.
Yes. As Vandilla's just kind of standing there watching all of you, he sees that he just kind of stops. You all seem to know what you're doing, so with your permission, I'm going to go and help our young lady. Her name is Rebecca, by the way. And you see that he opens the door. Thank you for trusting me.
Thanks for your help, friend.
You're welcome. And you see that he gets on a knee and he leans into Little B. And he whispers in your ear, "May I ask you something?
Yeah?
Is Little B your actual name?"
Oh, well, everyone just calls me Lil B. I don't really remember my full name. I only remember the first letter. And I sure am Lil.
You see that he leans in for a moment. If you ever want to know your actual name, just ask.
Oh, well, thank you, but I'm quite content with the way I am now.
I know. That's why I don't want to say it out loud. That's your choice. And you have the right to make it.
Well, I sure appreciate that, sir.
And you see that he opens the door. You see the Migonettes, like combat medics. She's getting wrapped up, she's getting healed up. and you guys start seeing people start to get back into the halfway house. Everything all right? Everybody all right?
You were waiting outside this whole time, weren't you?
Yep. We
No,
we can
fair.
hear a lot of screaming
That's
and
fair.
things. Yeah, we were gonna come in, and you see that it's actually Alexandrian guards that are just kind of there. Hey, we heard there was a disturbance, and we were making our way down, but we thought it may have been the creature that had attacked the town center, so we were waiting to see if it was going to burst through the building.
No, just a sick lady.
Sick lady threw that whole thing out that window like that.
Oh, sick like you wouldn't believe.
Tell him about it, little B. Tell him what you saw.
She had the eyes and the hands and voices. So many voices in my head.
Alright. Okay, little boy. You have a good day. Everyone's safe. Alright, everyone be good. Take care of yourselves.
As they're leaving, just be on the lookout for people with voices and hands and eyes.
Voices with hands and eyes. We're definitely going to put up a bulletin for that.
I kind of want to fist bump little B, like, good job, you got him off us, no problem there.
Just totally doesn't understand. Still does the fist bump.
Like, yeah.
Does not catch the nuance. Just like, yeah, friendship.
You see them start to walk out. You see people start to pour back in, and you see the two elves that were there before. They kind of run past you, and they're going into the room. And you can hear Vendela. And you hear him pretty loud. Welcome, friends. Please, come on in. Have I talked to you about the God of Chaos? And you just hear the door.
Oh, God.
I may
And with that,
have
yeah.
made a mistake calling Vendela. You were right, Lonnie.
Lottie just thinks that Umbra does not say this out loud. These marks are the most entertaining marks you've ever sent me after.
You don't hear anything, but you feel a soft response, like. Huh? With that,
What is Rory saying?
yes, Rory, what are you saying?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something.
I laughed at Teal Wall's response. Sorry.
Which is
Oh.
appropriate.
It's all good. So with that, we will actually be closing for the evening, and let us all go and say thank you, Harleigh, for taking a moment to go and have a little spooky thing with us. I wanted to go and
Absolutely, I really enjoyed myself.
I can tell, and we really enjoyed you. Thank you so much for taking a moment and messing around and doing something silly and getting a chance to meet Vendela and all that fun stuff. I know that you're not very heavy on combat, so I didn't want to do a combat session. I wanted to, which it could have turned into one, and that would have gone really, really bad. Thankfully, it did not. but just wanted to go and say thank you, and thank you to all of you for playing, and thank you to everyone that watched with us, and thank you for our people that are coming out to come and Audition to actually go and spend time with us and do all this crazy shit. And we appreciate you, and be safe. Have a great evening.
Yep.
Wash your hands. Wear your mask.
Stay
Get
tuned,
vaccinated.